Yo, what's up guys? It's Coach Ben from Online Soccer Skills. In today's video, it's gonna be a little bit different. We have kind of a new series where I'm gonna be talking about questions that I get from kids who email me. And fortunately right now we have, I would say around 100 to 150 players per day who are sending me emails. So I've been able to read through a lot of questions. I've been able to respond. And if you want to get on my email newsletter, if you want to start talking to me, just go in the first link below this video. You can hop on our free newsletter. I send out a daily message. This could be a great way to communicate with me going forward. So here's one of the questions that I've gotten. And I think this is something that needs to be addressed. I don't know if anyone else has talked about this on YouTube, but I think now is the time. So a question that I've gotten a lot from players is they'll ask me, hey coach, I don't have access to a goal, or I don't have any fancy equipment, I don't have ladders, I don't know if I can still get the most out of my training if I don't have the best gear. So here's what I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to keep this straight to the point, very blunt. A lot of what you see on YouTube and on Instagram and Facebook, I call it the bright, shiny object syndrome. A lot of stuff looks cool. There's a lot of great gear out there, and I'm not knocking on any of the gear out there. I just don't think a lot of stuff that you see is required to help you get better at soccer. So if you have a couple cones and a soccer ball, you're good to go. I've had a lot of kids ask me, I only have $20, I don't know what soccer ball to get, or I don't know if that's enough money to get a soccer ball. The answer is yes, you need to be resourceful. My answer to that is you need to be resourceful. Go get the best ball for 20 bucks, go online and search and find the best ball you can for 20 bucks, or buy two $10 soccer balls, it doesn't matter. But my point of this video is to show you that gear and having the coolest cleats, having the coolest socks, spending your money on stuff that isn't going to help you get better. A lot of kids do this, and I've even seen sometimes at some camps and clinics I do, some kids show up in like the coolest jerseys, all the coolest gear, and they're not that good. Like, stuff does not help you get better at soccer. And I know, a lot of marketing out there, a lot of media shows that you need to have this stuff. It is going to help you get better. It's going to help you have more confidence when you play. But all that stuff is BS. And I wanted to create this video to show you, a few examples of some kids I've trained that had very limited resources. And I know this is like, I think in 2013, I went down to Costa Rica and I went to train some players there. All these kids didn't even have cleats. They're playing barefoot, they're playing on the dirt. They don't have cones, they just have a pretty beat up soccer ball. And these kids were so much hungrier to succeed than some American kids I've seen here that are given everything, that think they need to have all the best gear in order to get better. And so how is that going to relate to you? That basically just means that you don't need to have a lot of stuff, a lot of crap, in order to be a good soccer player. If you have one soccer ball, a couple cones, and a wall, if you don't have a wall, get a teammate. But you don't have to have a lot of stuff. And I know this is true because if you came to watch any of my sessions where I'm actually training players, I've been doing this for 8-9 years, we don't have a bunch of stuff either. I don't even have goals at the place I train at. And so if you're working on the actual things that need to help you get better with the limited amount of resources that you have, you're gonna improve. And I just wanna create this video because I see so many questions and comments out there from players who they might even make fun of some of our videos where I don't have, something that's gonna look cooler for the cones we have, or putting a net in the goal where you have to score upper 90. Like, that stuff, in my opinion, it's not going to really help you develop. And I don't want you to have the perception to think that, oh, I have to have that to get better. And a lot of kids out there, you might be in this situation right now, you might not have the money to go do that. And so you don't need to go waste money to do that. You don't need to hesitate training, with your training and not train just because you don't have stuff. So coming up, if you have any questions about that, If you want to email me questions about that, go ahead. I've had a ton of players email me about gear, about what are the right shoes, and I can definitely help out with that. But I wouldn't want you to think that gear and not having something is going to hold you back from getting better at soccer. Everything that comes out to development really just stems from, are you willing to train on your own, and are you able to be resourceful with what you have? You don't have to look at what other people have and be like, oh man, I wish I had that. That's gonna help me play as good as them. No, that's not true. You need to have the essentials, which is a soccer ball, maybe a couple cones. If you don't have cones, just use like tennis shoes on the ground. Do whatever you need to be resourceful. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel if you want to see new videos from me coming up. All right, I'll catch you soon.